Hi everybody, so today I have kind of a story time video. This incident happened last week and I'm still shook about it and I need to talk about it because generally within a few days I can let things kind of fall away, I can let go of things. But this situation was like bizarre. So I was at work, I'm not gonna say where I work, I'm not gonna use any names, it's not gonna be any of that type of video. So there's 3 of us working that day, me, my manager, and another girl. The other girl was on her lunch break, she was gone, out of the picture, she had nothing to do with this. Then it was just me and my manager. It was a really slow day that day, there was no customers, nothing was happening, so my manager decided to go pull numbers. I don't know what that entails, I've never actually pulled numbers, but I know that it takes a couple minutes. Sometimes it can take longer if they need to wait for a computer. I know for this specific day, my manager needed to go and change her password, which I've done that before. It can be a little bit time consuming. So I was all alone. A few minutes after she left, like not even a few minutes, like within a few minutes after she left, a woman comes up and we're gonna call her rude ass bitch. Maybe Rab for short. So Rab walks in, probably in her 50s, white woman. I would not be able to pick her out of a lineup except for the fact that she had orange eyebrows. Like it looked like she put her foundation on and just like put foundation like over her eyebrows and just left it there. Like her brows were really bad. Koki, what's the matter? Come here, honey. So this bitch's eyebrows, okay, they were bad. So there's that mental image for you. Now, she wasn't initially rude to start with. She was just not nice. You know what I mean? Like, there was nothing pleasant about her. She was just very short with me and just kind of like quick, like,
what is this? How much is it? What color is it? Can I try it on?
No please, no thank you, no hi, how are you, no smiles. Nothing nice, but also nothing just like super mean yet. So Rab picks out an eyeshadow. Okay, so there's a dead giveaway right there. I work at a makeup counter. There's 5 million of them. I'm not going to tell you which one I work at. So she picks out an eyeshadow. Now this eyeshadow is a $19 eyeshadow. And I'm like, great. Can I help you find anything else while you're here today?
Nope, that'll be it. But I do have an exchange to make.
Great. I can do that for you. Let's go up to the register and we'll do that. Just like any other exchange. Just like any other customer who wants to return something and buy something. That's an exchange, right? Are we on the same page? Because holy shit, just wait. So we get to the register. She pulls out this lipstick. She's like,
You know what? I have 3 of them, the same color at home. I just want to return this. I've never used it.
so I'm looking at this lipstick first of all. The box is fucking gross. This lipstick box has been through something. It's been in a makeup bag. It's probably traveled. It's been opened and shut numerous times. Like, you know, like the little paper, like where you open it, was orange. Okay, looking at the box, like it's been through stuff, but you know what? It's fine. She's doing an exchange. I'm not gonna give her any hassle, but with every return, we do have to open it, we do have to examine it, we have to make sure that it's reasonably unused. Anything that gets returned to us has to be in sellable condition with a proof of purchase. She didn't have a receipt, first of all, but she had the box and we can use the box for a return. Also, saleable condition in cosmetics means unused. It means it can be sold again. So anyway, because of policy, I had to open the lipstick and look at it. With lipstick, it is so obvious if it's been even swatched. I work with these lipsticks every day. I know what they look like brand new. I know what they look like gently used. I know what they look like very used. Hers was gently used. Probably used like 3 or 4 times. Like it had been rounded off, but the general shape was still kind of there. She had told me she never used it. I don't like being lied to, especially when it's not going to change anything because she was making an exchange. And I did tell her that. This happens often where people will pretend they didn't use something when they really did, and I do kind of call them out on that. It's not like in a mean way. I'm not being like, well, you did use it, so whatever. Like, no. For her, I said, oh, it looks like you did use this one, but that's okay because we can still exchange it. I didn't make it try to seem like I knew she was lying to me. I tried to make it sound like more of a misunderstanding, if that makes sense. Still, I didn't have a problem. She was like,
oh, well, I didn't use it.
and I said, okay. And I just kept going. I wasn't gonna argue. I didn't want to argue. I just wanted to say like, oh, this is used. We can still do the exchange. It's okay. You don't have to lie. And then I scanned the lipstick, and here's where the problem started. I work for a makeup counter inside of a bigger store. And the bigger store that I work in occasionally has discount days, kind of. So if you spend over $50, you immediately get $10 off in cosmetics. She had purchased this lipstick on one of those days. So this lipstick that she was returning actually ended up only being $14 instead of the usual $17. She did not pay $17 for it. She paid $14 for this lipstick, and that is what the register pulled up when I scanned it, because that is what she actually spent on it. Like, you see? So I told her that. I was like, oh, it looks like you got this lipstick during one of our sale events, so it was only $14. I kept going. I rang through the lipstick, and then I went to do a purchase for the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow was $19, the lipstick was $14, so she ended up owing $5.60 or something like that. And once I told her that, she went fucking crazy. I said, so the difference that you owe is $5.60. We'll just say $5.60. And she goes,
No.
and I was like, yes. Yeah, I mean, that's what the math is. You owe $5.60, that's the difference. And she starts flipping her shit. She's like,
what do you mean? This is a $17 lipstick.
and I was like, well, you know, like I said, you got it for $14 because there was a special going on that day. And she goes,
but I'm doing an exchange.
Yeah, you are, and this is what you owe for the extra. I'm like, okay, first of all, even if she paid $17 for it, the eyeshadow is still $19. She still owes $2 more, so like, also keep that in mind. We just went back and forth for a little while of her saying like,
are you really gonna give me this bad of customer service right now?
when people start to get like that, when they start to get like that entitlement kind of like, well, I'm the customer, so you have to do what I say kind of thing, they're probably gonna get a little too crazy. So I backed up. I said, I'm so sorry. I want you to leave happy. What can I do to make you happy? I said those exact words. She goes,
you know what you can do. You can give it to me.
meaning the eyeshadow. And I said, I can't do that. That would be breaking the rules. That would be a loss prevention issue. I could lose my job for giving you this eyeshadow for $14 when it's a $19 eyeshadow. I cannot do that. What can I do to make you happy without breaking the rules? And she goes,
you're not breaking the rules. You get it. You get it.
this was my first inclination that like, this woman is not all the way there. What do I get? So I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do an even exchange because it's not an even exchange. And she's like,
okay, well then return the lipstick at $17.
and I was like, I can't do that either. You didn't pay $17 for this lipstick. You paid $14 for this lipstick. That's all you can get back for this lipstick. And so she takes it from me. The main big store that my makeup counter is within has stickers that we put on all of our boxes because it has its own unique barcode. So she takes the lipstick box from me and she starts to take that sticker off. And she goes,
okay, well then I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna pretend like I didn't buy it.
and I said, if you take that off, I can't return it at all, because that is the last resort for returning this product. You don't have your receipt. If you take that sticker off, I cannot return it at all. And also, like, what do you mean pretend you didn't buy it? Are we gonna pretend you stole it? What do you mean pretend I didn't buy it? Where is your brain? What are you even thinking right now? After I told her that she can't take the sticker off, she slams the lipstick down. She goes,
what's your name?
and I said, I'm Ashley. And I saw her write my name down, and she wrote my name down wrong, which I didn't correct her. She wrote A-S-H-L-E-Y, and I'm A-S-H-L-E-E. So, like, that was my little pettiness for the day, like, letting her write my name down wrong. I don't know why that felt like a victory to me, but it did. And she goes,
okay, Ashley, I want to speak to your manager.
so that's when I went into the whole spiel about, well, like, she's in the back, she'll be back here as soon as she can, but I have no idea when that's gonna be. Also, just more details, just more random details. The room that my manager was in was not our usual back office, so there was no phone for me to call her. And at this point, 2 other customers had come into the counter. I looked at them, I smelled at them, I greeted them. That made Rab really fucking mad because I took some attention away from her just to say hi to 2 people. Rab asked me,
Like, well, how long is it gonna be? How long until your manager comes here? Because now I'm in a hurry.
which, like, okay, suddenly now you're in a hurry. Like, you had time to argue with me and you had time to, like, try on eyeshadow and, like, all this random time. So I told her that I don't know when my manager will be back, but you are more than welcome to wait for her. While you wait for her, I do need to go check in with these other customers. Oh my god. This is when things just started to fucking get, oh my god. Like, this bitch it was so entitled. We had made it clear at this point, like, there was a lot of back and forth happening. It was all the same shit, like,
Well, why won't you exchange it?
well, because it's different prices, different products.
Yeah, well, like, I'm the customer, this is bad customer service, you should do it.
But, like, well, I can't, like, a lot of back and forth like that. It became very clear, especially now that she wants to talk to my manager, that there was nothing that I could do for this woman at this point. So I told her, like, feel free to wait for my manager. You are more than welcome to, but I'm gonna go check in with these other customers.
No, you can't do that. I was here first, and you need to solve my problem first before you help anyone else. I was here first.
And I told her, I am all alone here. There are other customers here, and we do have to help everyone that comes through the door. We can't make people wait, and there's nothing that I can do for you at this point, so I do need to help these other customers. I was so confused because, like, I was like, why don't you understand? And I was desperate. I was like, please understand. And I was also standing my ground saying, like, you will not intimidate me. And I didn't say that to her, but there were a few points where she didn't say anything and she looked at me in the eyes like this. And I did not break eye contact because I know that intimidation tactic and I was not going to let her win that. Me keeping eye contact with her is not unprofessional and it's not bad customer service, even though there are those subtle nuances that, like, it kind of did become not a competition, but, like, you know what I mean? Which I won that, by the way. So another small victory to me. So there were two other customers. The one closest to me, I was, like, trying to, like, help her. I was, like, smiling at her. I was, like, trying to tell her with my eyes and my body language, like, I want to help you. I will help you when I can. But I don't think she was, like, down for the situation, so she left, which makes me feel so bad because that other customer had no reason to feel uncomfortable and she should not have felt uncomfortable, but I felt so helpless. I should have just walked away. I should have just said, my manager will be here soon, bye. But I also did not want to, like, antagonize her anymore. Like, I didn't want to give her any more reason to flip her shit, which she did anyway, so I don't know why I even bothered. And at one point she said, and this is where I'm just like this woman was just crazy. Like, that's it. She was just crazy. Because at one point she said,
they gave me bad customer service and now you're not doing anything about it.
And at the time, in my head, I was like, wait, what? But, like, things just kept happening and she just kept yelling at me that I, like, didn't have time to process that. But then after she left, I was like, wait, she did say that weird thing about them. Who are they? Who was the they that gave her bad customer service? Like, her imaginary friends? I don't even, and it's not like she pointed to anyone in particular. She just said they is, like, an encompassing term for, like, I don't even know. Who are they? Who are you? Do you know why you're here? Do you know where you are, lady? Like, are you, like, what the fuck? After she continued to yell at me and tell me that I was giving her bad customer service, and me just, at this point I just kept repeating, my manager will be here in a few moments. Please just wait for my manager. And I said, if you don't want to wait for my manager, then please tell me what I can do for you. And she said,
you know what you can do for me. You know what I want.
Yeah, I knew what she wanted. She wanted a $19 eyeshadow for $14. She must have realized that she was wrong, because she couldn't actually say, I want you to give me that eyeshadow for $14. She just kept being vague and saying,
you know what I want, you know what you can do, you get it.
She couldn't even, like, admit to how unreasonable she was being. I think she either might have just been too proud to back down, or just, like, batshit insane, or both, probably both. Then I said, okay, you're gonna have to wait for my manager because I'm not gonna break the rules. I do have to help this other customer though. And at this point, the other customer did kind of migrate over. I think she was maybe a little bit interested in the drama. So I did want this customer to hear and understand that I was trying to help her and I was trying to get away. And this rude ass bitch, starts doing this with her phone. In hindsight, she might have been recording video, but I don't think so, because eventually she just did this and then did this, like she was clicking a picture, and that said snarky customer service and then left. This was when I was trying to, like, get to the second customer. She went on this whole tangent again.
I was here first. You need to fix my problem before you help anyone else.
I was trying to explain to her yet again, like, I have to help everyone. I'm all alone. I can't leave people by themselves and I can't fix your problem. And as I was in the middle of saying that, exactly with this look on my face, like, desperate look, like, please just listen to me, please just understand what I'm saying to you. And when I see the phone come up like this, immediately I went from this face to this, and I posed with a smile, because if this bitch was gonna take a sneaky picture of me, I didn't want this face, this sad, desperate face, to be in her phone for her to see over and over again how miserable she made me. I wanted her to see this. So then Rab left, and the story doesn't even end there. I finally am able to like say hi to this second customer and like I apologized. I said I am so sorry about that, and she was so nice about it. She was like, it's okay, there was nothing you could have done. I was like, thank you so much for understanding. And then I just helped her and it was fine. It was like a perfect experience. After Rab leaves, within a few minutes after she leaves, so it was like the entire time I was alone I had to be with Rab, my manager comes back and I start to tell her the story. It's a fucking long story, as we know here. I like barely got to the point where we were returning the lipstick. We get a phone call before my manager even picked up the phone. How did I even know? It was fucking Rab. So I'm like up at the front of the counter. My manager's like way back behind me on the phone. All of a sudden I hear the phone like go back in. Like, what is that called? Hang up. I heard the phone hang up. And I look back and my manager just has this look on her face. And I walk back there, it's like, what just happened? She goes, either we lost connection or she hung up on me. And I'm like, she hung up on you. I just spent 15 minutes with her. I know her. She hung up on you. My manager did tell her the same thing that I told her, that you know, the lipstick was $14, the eyeshadow was $19, we can't do an even exchange, and that's the point that they lost service. But she did tell me, like, you did nothing wrong. Don't worry, you did nothing wrong. So, from what it seems, Rab wants to go up the corporate ladder. Rab wants to turn this into a whole situation. Rab wants to get my manager's manager involved and maybe their manager. I don't know. Rab wants to make this into a huge issue. And that's where I start to get a little bit scared. My manager assured me that I did nothing wrong. There was nothing else I could have done in that situation. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to help the other customers that were in the counter, but I have to. I can't neglect other people, especially when the situation is out of my hands and she wants to see a manager. There's nothing I could have done for her, so she basically wanted me to just stand there and let her yell at me and ignore two other people, and I can't feel good about that because those other people were here to spend money. Those other people were here to ask questions. Those other people needed my help and wanted my help. Rab clearly did not want my help. Rab just wanted a discounted product. Even though I've been assured that I did nothing wrong, even though I know in my heart I did nothing wrong, corporate level people don't care about that. It sucks so bad because there's nothing you can actually do. Like, that person came into the store looking for a reason to freak out, and you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they direct all their shit at you, and they're allowed to. And corporate doesn't care. Corporate doesn't get it. They just see that a customer left unhappy, and that's all they see, and that's all they care about. It sucks that adults, grown adults, can act like temper tantrum throwing toddlers and get away with it. I've had to deal with angry customers before. I'm sure everyone's had to deal with angry customers, but her taking my photo felt so violating and such an invasion of my personal space and boundaries and privacy. She thought that somebody begging her to listen to them was picture worthy. Like, this woman is a psychopath. And I think that's why I can't just let it go, because this woman has my fucking photo. It just makes you feel so defeated and so hopeless that you can be treated like that at your job, and like, that's it, that's just part of the job. But hopefully I'll never have to see Rab ever again. Hopefully Rab fucks off forever. Tell me about your worst customer experiences, because I know I'm not alone. I know there are some psycho people out there, and for some reason those psycho people are drawn to retail or food service, or, you know, people who can't defend themselves. People who have to take it with a smile and say that they're sorry. Well, if you made it through this video, congrats. If you made it through this video without saying, what the fuck? How? What have you been through that made this situation not what the fuck worthy? I really want to know. But either way, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening to my rant and my story. Is this considered a story time? I'm not a very good story time YouTuber though. Thanks for watching. Bye.